'Cause out in Milwaukee, we have a man who was accused of stalking. They say stalking. And they just be throwing that little word around. Stalking his ex-girlfriend. Is it really stalking if you trying to get your ex-girlfriend back? You know what I'm saying? Like you calling her, you texting her and shit. Goddamn, shout, answer your phone, man. You may slide her to the job or something. Damn, just talk to me, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that really stalking or is you heartbroken? Is you heartbroken? You fighting for your relationship? Do you know that women will tell you the reason that y'all ain't get back together because you didn't fight for me hard enough? Be like, bitch, you ain't see me in the trees and shit with binoculars. You ain't listen to your mama tell you how many times I slid up to her house and you wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? But when you is fighting to be with somebody, they don't appreciate it. Well, in this case, we have a Milwaukee man who was accused of stalking, but then he killed her, though. He loved her, though. If he killed her, go ahead.
Prosecutors charged a man with killing his ex hours after she filed a temporary restraining order against him. As Bill Miston explains, that was granted, but it was too late. Bill.
Imagine your restraining order getting granted after you did. Dang.
Yeah, hi there, Kim. 32-year-old Kiana Pliska said she'd been stalked, physically and emotionally abused by her ex for months. Last Thursday, she asked the court, petitioning the court, for a temporary restraining order.
Stalked and physically abused for months by her ex. Remember, I just said that.
But hours later, she would be dead. Pliska was shot and killed in a parking lot near Packard and Lake Drive in St. Francis last Thursday night. Today, prosecutors charged her ex-boyfriend, Randall Lenyard, with first-degree intentional homicide and stalking. Court filings say the shooting happened during an exchange of their child. Pliska was shot multiple times and later died at the hospital. Police arrested Lenyard later that evening. Court filings say Lenyard admitted to killing Pliska and driving off with their son. Now, court records show Pliska filed a temporary restraining order against Lenyard earlier that day, accusing Lenyard of stalking her for months. Now, Pliska also filed a restraining order against Lenyard this past spring. A relative of Lenyard who urged Pliska to file that petition for a restraining order told police that Lenyard, quote, sucked her back in. And Pliska didn't go to that hearing, and ultimately that petition was dismissed. As for Lenyard, he's set to appear on the charges this week. It's unclear if he has an attorney who can speak on his behalf. Reporting live in Milwaukee, Bill Miston, Fox 6 News.
Such a difficult story, and now learning that a child possibly was a witness. Thank you.
Yeah, child witness. Don't nobody care nothing about that right there. Did y'all hear that right there? Remember, because he mentally and physically abused her for months. Remember? And then one of her people had to say, you better go get another restraining order or something, right? He sucked her back in, though.
Pliska to file that petition for a restraining order against Lenyard this past spring. A relative of Lenyard who urged Pliska to file that petition for a restraining order told police that Lenyard, quote, sucked her back in.
He sucked her back in. And we have the capability of doing this flight shit right here. Listen. I get so sick of people acting like because we get physical with one another that we don't want to be together. She went through it for months, remember? Went through it for months, and he talked her back into it. Sucked her back in. Sucked her right on back up into the love of her life. She really loved that man. She really loved that man, but she must have said something slick when they transferred the child. You know, she said something slick and got popped, something like that right there. You know, because we just ain't killing to be killing. Now, let's just keep it 100. But she wanted to be in that domestic love relationship. There's no other way around it. Again, if you don't want to be in a domestic love relationship, you don't be in a domestic love relationship. This shit's so simple, but it seems like for women, it's hard for y'all to grasp that. Y'all make all these damn excuses. And I thought he would change. I thought that no, you didn't. You was a liar. You was a liar. You like that aggressive love shit. The majority of us do. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
And Pliska didn't go to that hearing, and
she filled out for the paperwork and didn't go to the hearing, so they said it did play too much. We ain't giving her nothing.
Ultimately, that petition was dismissed.
As it should have been dismissed. When y'all don't show up to court, We need to put in the system she played too much. Don't take her serious. She loves that man. She wants to be in a domestic love relationship. If they could just write that in the notes, that'd be beautiful. So now that it's in the notes and we pass that on to 911, and if she ever called 911, the dispatchers, they can look at the points that has been put on her file. Oh, she just playing. This is just temporary. She wants to be in this type of relationship. And hang up on her ass and move on. It's a damn shame, but we supposed to be around here feeling sorry for this beautiful queen right here. Just as beautiful as she want to be. But she love this man right here. She got a baby and stuff, and she love this man. Huh? She love him. That's who she wanted to be with. And could now one of you other players who was in y'all's inbox, or what, in her inbox, and who's on the job, and who down at the supermarket, who will see her like on a regular and stuff and be trying to get at you, be like, I got a man though, which was good, and she didn't give y'all no play, because y'all could have probably got dead out here in the street. But she wouldn't give y'all the time of day because she was in love with the player who she was in love with. Decisions. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Move right along. I ain't going to be much over you.